Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, thrashed fingers! I can't hear you! Aye, aye, thrashed fingers! Oh, what are Thrash Fingers' top 5 favorite movies? BB Boom Kiki's April 26 only yesterday. Kaguya, and why are these Thrash Fingers' favorite movies? That'll be explained after the end of this theme. If in the moment thoughts on film be something you wish, especially when it's done on a 5 favorite films list, then drop on the deck and flop like a fish for Thrash Fingers' entry into ParsnipBurger's contest. Thrash Fingers' entry to ParsnipBurger's contest. Thrash Fingers' entry for ParsnipBurger's contest. Thrash Fingers' entry for ParsnipBurger's contest. And it's all being done. Voila! Fuck. Oh, that last note sucked ass right there. Anyway, yeah, I'm doing the 5 favorite films thing for ParsnipBurger's 250 subscriber contest, and I'd be doing it in a better video, but my phone is completely filled. There's no more room on it. It's filled with video I'm going to be posting sooner or later on my channel. But to do this entry, I figured I'd just do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. And yeah, it's going to be done live. Just what the hell? Why not? Going to be listing my top 5 favorite movies. If you didn't hear what they were during that little intro, because some of them I had to shorten them. It would have been too long-winded if I gave the full title for all of them in it. I'll repeat myself and give you the full title for the ones that I didn't give the full title of. Oh, well, actually, I don't have that one. Baby Boom. I think we have the DVD of it, but it's down in storage if we do. And then Kiki's Delivery Service. Right there, that one. Neon Genesis Evangelion episode 26. The beginning, or no, that's not. That's episode 24. Episode 26, Take Care of Yourself. Oh, you're not going to see that. Maybe you are. Yeah, it's right there on that disc. And then Only Yesterday. Ugh, crappy lighting. And finally, The Tale of the Princess Kaguya. That's right. This isn't in any particular order. Well, not like in best to worst or worst to best of my top 5, but in alphabetical order. I mean, it's already hard enough to choose 5 of my favorite films, you know, so to have to like rank it amongst each other from best to worst or worst to best, just no. Not gonna even bother trying that. Anyway, yeah, now it's time to explain why these are my 5 favorite films. We'll start it off with the first one listed alphabetically, which is Baby Boom. This is from 1987. It stars Diane Keaton, and it's really good. It's really good. I really like Baby Boom because it's just it's a fabulous movie. It's really it's comedy, but the climax of it is awesome. Like, it really works, and you don't really expect it when it hits, but when it does, it's just like there's something really allegorical about it, and I just had to put it in my top 5 list because, yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to like hype it up for you or overhype it. So go check it out. Yeah, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about. That's a really good movie. And I hope it gets a Blu-ray release. I hope Sony will get on that shit because that needs a Blu-ray. And yeah, there you go. Next up is Kiki's Delivery Service. Oh, and by the way, Baby Boom I had seen like when I was 16 or 17, somewhere around there. But the movie in this top 5 list that I had seen earliest when I was 6 is Kiki's Delivery Service. That's right. This is the Japanese Blu-ray. I had bought it before Disney had even announced they were releasing it on Blu-ray here. I think, I think I had known they were, but I just kind of assumed that the Blu-ray would not have correct English subtitles of the Japanese dub, so I just went ahead and bought the Japanese Blu-ray. But apparently, the Japanese Blu-ray doesn't have correct English subtitles of the English dub either, and there's never been a release with like actual translated English subtitles of the Japanese dub. It's all been the English subtitle track for the original English dub, which isn't that big of a deal since it's the original English dub didn't stray too far from the dialogue of the Japanese dub. Anyway, you want to know all the logistics of that. You want to know why it's in my top 5. Well, it's a fabulous movie. I mean, it's really good and it's just fun. And it's a movie that like I had seen at an early age, but I watch it now and it's still like it's still one of my favorites. It's still just really fun to watch, and I mean, I'm pretty sure it was my my first on-screen crush was probably from Inspector Gadget, that one girl from it. But if not, my first on-screen crush would have to be Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service, or the one from Inspector Gadget. But yeah, I mean, Kiki is just such a fleshed out character in the film because it's just like they show these moments of her where she's just kind of just thinking, and it's just, like that's life right there. I mean, just constant thinking and just, I mean, it's just sprinkled throughout the movie, and it's not like that's the whole movie. I mean, the movie is basically about a witch, right? A witch in training. She has to go and settle in a town of her choosing, and the town is just gorgeous too. I mean, it's an awe to look at. Yeah, and the ending's great. The music is fantastic, just like in Baby Boom, and you're gonna see a lot in these in this all 5 of these movies that they have great music in them. But yeah, Kiki's Delivery Service, it just makes me happy to watch that movie. I mean, yeah. Anyway, it's definitely a good one to watch if you're like sick or something. But yeah, I'd seen it on Disney Channel the first time. That's where I had found out about it. They were showing it around October for Halloween, I think. But it's not a Halloween movie. It's just kind of a slice of life drama. But it has a witch in it, so they figured, hey, we'll just show it around Halloween time. I'm pretty sure it was around Halloween time, though. I'm not even exactly sure about that. Next up, we have episode 26 of Neon Genesis Evangelion. This is the title of this episode is Take Care of Yourself. And the reason this is in my top 5 favorite motion pictures is because it's just great. It's great. It's fabulous. It's super. And there's something about it that like the sheer simplicity of it, and it's short, it's an episode. It's like, the typical 25 minutes, right? But it's so like personal for the main character, and you're literally delving into his mind and just what he's thinking, and there's all these subtleties to it that you may not pick up the first time around. But yeah, I'd first seen it when I was 14, which is like that's like the perfect age to see it. But I mean, don't get me wrong, you can watch Evangelion at whatever age, you're going to get a kick out of it. And I still get a kick out of it. It's just a great final episode to a great TV series. And yeah, the ending's great of it, great for the episode. And yeah, I mean, it's masterful work right there. And yeah, I just really like it. The music in it, again, like I said before, there's going to be great music in this. The theme song for it is like one of my favorite theme songs, and one of my favorite songs in general. And they play the song towards the end of the episode too, like, and it's just so impactful for after watching all the episodes, and you see this final episode and it just kind of strays away from what Evangelion had been doing. But I mean, it still works though, because like it gives this sort of undertone of what's happening behind Shinji's mind, like outside of Shinji's mind, even though the episode takes place, the whole thing just takes place in not really Shinji's mind, but shit. I'm spoiling things though. Like if you haven't seen Evangelion, man, I'm just spoiler happy right now. I'm just spoiling things up the wazoo. So sorry, but yeah, it's like a collective thing, that a collective conscience essentially. I chose episode 26 over the end of Evangelion feature because I just think it's better, if you ask me. Um, Overall, it's just better, and it has this happier ending to it, and I just really dig it. And then next up we have what else? What was it? Only no. Oh yeah, only yesterday. Okay. And that is a movie from 1991. I think, by the way, Evangelion was from 1995 to 1996. The episode I was talking about that made my list was from 1996. Anyway, this is from 1991. Only yesterday. This is just a really good movie. I was surprised by it. Um, I'm gonna put in my because I just went right into it of spoilers for that last listing. I'm gonna put in like the description spoiler alert, big bold letters, because honestly, you shouldn't be watching and listening to what I have to say about these until you've seen these. But yeah, only yesterday is just a great feature, and it makes my list because it is just there's something about it that it's so like sublime and just awesome about it, and it's just full of life, and then it gets to a climax that you're not even like expecting really. You're just kind of like you're kind of thinking that it's like over, right? That I love that part of it. I mean, I'm assuming you've already seen it if you're still listening. um yeah, I mean, come on, you got to give it up to that ending, and that's what makes the movie. I mean, that's what makes any movie really. The ending is always paramount for any sort of motion picture, if you ask me. If you don't have a good ending, you're not going to make it in my top 5 list. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, so only yesterday fits the bill for that tremendously, and I really dig only yesterday. Um, it just has such great scenes in it, such like scenes that like I had enjoyed, but then it like just for that first time watching it, but then it just sticks with me, you know, like here it is 2 years after I'd seen it. I saw it when I was 18, and it still just kind of rings through in my head, and I want to check it out again. I've only seen it I think twice now, or 3 times, 4 times maybe. um yeah, I should give it another go. And now we move on to The Tale of the Princess Kaguya, which is actually directed by the same guy who did Only Yesterday. This one is from 2013. 2013, and it's the longest running one in my list here. This is a movie about a princess named Kaguya, and yeah, that's all you need to know before watching it yourself. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Stop listening to me talking about it. I mean, that's I'm being a bit harsh about it, but I've come to realize that that's just the best way of experiencing movies is to go in cold turkey. You just literally the title of it. Okay, good. Now go look it up and try and find it to watch. That's the best way of experiencing movies, if you ask me. Anyway, this makes my list because it's gorgeous. It's 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 just it's really good. It's really moving, and I really really like it. Um, let's see here. What can I say of substance? Um, it's done in a way that's like I've never really seen before myself. Like it's this really rad look to it, as far as like how it goes from frame to frame. And I really appreciate it for that. I think that's really neat. But like, you'd think that would kind of like distract you, but no, it gets you more into it, and like you just right smack dab, nothing behind or next to you is gonna prevent you from being in the zone with this movie. At least that's how it was for me. And yeah, it's very dramatic, but it also has comedic points at times too. I mean, got to give some comedy every now and then for a almost 2.5 hour long film. But the ending, like I said before, this is one of those Paramount endings that just is just so good. And it almost is like Only Yesterday, and how like it takes those end credits and makes it like a substantial part of the experience for the movie. Not in the way that in the video part of it, but in the audio. Like, and well, I don't speak Japanese, so I didn't know what it was saying in during the credits. But luckily, it had subtitles, and I mean, it's something that I've never really like experienced something as strongly in a movie before than I had in Princess Kaguya, and with that ending, just kind of like it's a sad ending, very sad ending, but it's just kind of the song makes you feel content. Yeah, but like it's just really it's great, great stuff. It's based on a old Japanese folktale. In fact, the first Japanese folktale, I think. Um, anyway, there you go. That's my top 5 favorite movies, folks. And an honorable mention goes to the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. That movie rocks. Anyway, see ya.